Right, we're being joined by a special guest tonight, but before I introduce him, let me just tell you that the internet has become a stage for football fans to express loyalty in creative and sometimes bizarre ways. Few capture this better than Frank Ilet, the 28-year-old behind the United Strand brand. Anyway, since October the 2024, 5th of October to be specific, Frank has refused to cut his hair until Manchester United win 5 games in a row, and what he thought would be a short-lived stunt had stretched well over 318 days as United struggle under Ruben Amorim. And tonight, Frank, known worldwide as the United Strand, joins us to share the story behind his viral challenge, how it's testing his patience, and why fan culture continues to produce unforgettable moments like this. Frank, thank you so much for joining us tonight on Game On. First and foremost, I'm almost tempted to ask, how do you mop your house, or your apartment, anytime it's filthy? Because that's what mop you're carrying.
It's been a long journey so far, and I'm hardly fitting in the screen with all this hair right now.
So, Frank, let's talk about Manchester United. Surely, you must have some kind of hope that your campaign will come to fruition this season. They seem to be, their first game against Arsenal wasn't bad, in my opinion. Do you think that they're capable, let's start with this way. Do you think Manchester United look better equipped than they were last season?
Yeah, definitely. I think that they've made some good signings in the summer, and I think that, like you said, even though it was a defeat on the first day against Arsenal, there were lots of positives from that game, and I think that we look like a completely different team to last season. I am feeling quite optimistic that this season is going to be a bit better.
Ollie?
Yeah, Ilet, I want to quickly ask. I mean, you've taken a look at the fixtures for Manchester United, and at what point in time this season do you think United can be able to put you out of your misery in terms of putting together 5 consecutive wins? What window? I don't think it comes before the international break, right? Because we won't have 5 games. I also don't think it comes in the first 6-7 games, because you've got some very difficult games. I think there's Man City in the mix. You've played Arsenal already, which you've lost. But your projections, at what point in time this season do you think United can really help you get to the barbershop and cut your hair off?
Of course, I'm hopeful that it will be the next 5 games, and it will be middle of September. But more realistically, I think there's some games between kind of the end of November and beginning of December. There seems to be a bit of a run there that are some kind of winnable looking games. The only other thing as well is that, because I'm including all competitions, so there are some cup games that might be scheduled throughout some of the fixtures already that obviously we don't know about yet. So either we could get really good draws or really bad draws, so it could make it much easier at some point or much harder. So we'll have to see. But at the moment, as it stands, I think, I'm looking at kind of end of November, beginning of December.
Well, the man beside you on the screen is a Nigerian journalism legend. His name is China Acheru. At one point, his hair was just as big as yours, and he's dyed in the wool, frothing at the gills Liverpool fan. I'm sure he's dying to ask you a question. China?
Condolences. I feel sorry for you because it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. 5 wins. 5 wins? You could have maybe done 5 clean sheets or 5 games without losing. 5 wins? It's not going to happen. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry.
When I first started the challenge, it didn't feel as hard as it does now. I mean, I started in October last year, and the last time that Man United won 5 games in a row was January and February 2024. So if you take out the summer break, it didn't actually feel like that long ago at the time, but now obviously it's a big long time ago.
What has the reaction been like from your fellow Manchester United fans regarding this campaign?
Well, I started it to spread humour and some positivity in a tough time for Man United and Man United fans, and I think I've done that. tried to make people laugh. And I think the thing that I didn't realise was that actually lots of rival fans are very interested as well, because they don't want me to ever cut my hair ever again.
Well, and Ilet, I'm taking a look at the fixtures, and maybe there's a bit of cheer, maybe there's a bit of hope, because from the 22nd of November, like you said, I mean, United play Everton, Palace, West Ham, Wolves, and hallelujah, Bournemouth. It's possible.
It's possible. It's possible. It's still going to be hard, and like I said, there might be a cup game that kind of either ruins it or makes it even easier. But yeah, we're going to have to see.
Well, Frank, finally, before we let you go, Nigeria here is a huge hotbed, sadly, of Manchester United fans. They're probably watching this show now and probably praying that you cut this hair pretty soon. If you could give them some words of cheer regarding Manchester United's aspirations this season, what would you be telling them? And honestly, in your opinion, where do you think Manchester United will finish on the league table?
Like I said, I'm very optimistic for this season. I think that we looked like a completely different team, even in pre-season. But the first game, I know it was a loss, but yeah, there were lots of positives to take. That we've made some good signings. We might even get a couple of others before the transfer window ends. And yeah, I'm feeling positive. I think that I predicted the other day, or a couple of weeks ago, I predicted that Man United would finish 6th this season. I think that I'm not going to come out and say that we're going to win the league after a season like last season. But I think 6th is realistically where we need to be aiming for, which would be a massive achievement compared to last season.
Frank Ilet, Manchester United fan. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight on Game On. Hopefully, can I say hopefully? Well, hopefully you get to cut your hair soon. And I'm almost tempted to ask you what the the routine is for cleaning such a huge mop of hair. I can imagine it involves a lot of shampoo, but thank you so much tonight for joining us tonight on Game On.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.